Hi, and welcome to Terry Talks Movies. And this time around, I got 24 movies to recommend to you. But there's a twist in it because those 24 movies I'm giving away to people who are channel members or Patreon supporters. I'm going to basically raffle them off to anybody who wants to be in the raffle. Somebody is going to get all 24 of these movies. Some of them are new. Some of them are kind of rarities that I've picked up in various places over the last year. There's Blu-rays, there's 4Ks, there's DVDs as well. So we're going to start with a DVD that I just priced on eBay. This is an Australian cult film based on an Australian cult TV series from the 1970s. And a series is now Umbrella, the Australian streaming service that Umbrella do. So if you've got a VPN, you can start getting addicted to number 96. And this is the DVD of number 96, the movie, which is a feature film version of this series. Did really well at the box office here in Australia in the 1970s. 2 discs on this. One is the movie itself, and one are the special features. I priced this on eBay 10 minutes ago. The cheapest I could find it was $60. So that is a rarity, and there's a copy going for $110 Australian, but still. So that's the first thing I've got for you. An Australian movie rarity that you're not going to find anywhere else in the world. Now, just be aware, if you do want to be part of this, you can still become a patron at patreon.com/TerryTalksMovies or become a channel member on YouTube. And just be aware that some of these are region locked, some of them aren't. Second one is a movie I've got 5 copies of. 5 entire copies of it. And it's the unloved James Bond movie, Never Say Never Again. I've got 5 copies. Actually, I have 4 copies after this. It's the Australian release of Never Say Never Again. Be honest with you, picked up for $2 at Savers, but it is in great condition. I actually went through all 5 copies that I have. And this one even has an ad for the James Bond movie collection in it. So second movie, Never Say Never Again. Bit hard to find, but you can still find it. Next one's an Australian movie, which I had this copy for myself, and then Umbrella just put out an upgraded Blu-ray edition. It's a Rolf de Heer movie set before Australians colonised Australia. It's an entirely Indigenous cast. It's entirely spoken in language with subtitles. 10 Canoes. Fantastic story going through 2 different time periods in the history of this Indigenous tribe in the Northern Territory. Fantastic film. Like I said, it's a little hard to find too, but they do turn up in op shops here, and that's where I got this one. But 10 Canoes, I highly recommend. It's an all-region one too. It's not region-locked. Rolf de Heer does so much good Australian stuff. Got 2 discs on it, one with the special features, one with the movie itself. Really interesting Australian film. You should check that one out. Next one is a sealed Blu-ray for all region too. We're doing well with these. 1970s film, directed by Liliana Cavani, The Night Porter, starring Dirk Bogarde and Charlotte Rampling. Very kinky movie, weird. It blew my mind when I first saw it in the 70s. Still blew my mind when I saw it 10 years ago. This is a sealed in plastic copy of the Umbrella edition of Night Porter. That one I recommend. If you haven't seen it, you should. Not while children are around, if you know what I mean. I've got 2 more that are like that as well. Put these ones in because for some reason I had them on DVD and I also had them on Blu-ray. The Australian version of Emmanuel, Felicity, directed by John Lamond. Very 1970s, 1980s. Shot in Australia and in Hong Kong. So it's got a very international look to it. For a select audience, I'll be honest with you, it's not for everybody. But it is a good copy of it. I've only watched this once. But this one may be Australian region locked, I'm not sure. Can I show you the back cover? Yeah, I can. So it's like an Australian version of Emmanuel. I've also got Emmanuel. I've got a Blu-ray copy of this. I'm going to have to put this in the new case because the sprockets are falling out of this one. Sylvia Christel and Emmanuel. The Australian version of this, I think it is region locked. Can I show you that? Yeah, I can. So that's it. We're working our way up. They're going to get much, much more sophisticated as we move along. But that one you can give to your cousin if you don't want it. Next up is the Umbrella recent edition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a scratch and sniff cinema experience in Stinkervision. This is from the limited edition of 1750. And this is a copy that I got to review from Umbrella Entertainment. But I thought I'd pass it on to somebody who's more likely to watch it than I am. Lots of special features. In a good slipcase, it's got a J card. It's got that on the back. I'm trying to cover as many genres as I can in these 24, so just be aware of that. That one's going to be a bit of fun. Next up, I found I had 2 copies of Nicholas Winding Refn's Drive, starring Baby Goose. There are no clean getaways. This has got a couple of special features on it, but for the most part, it's a pretty bare bones release. It's based on the novel by James Sallis. Pretty good. Got that there. It is Region B, but it's going in the box. Still got a lot to go. This one got a recent upgrade. It's in one of the Tales of Adventure box sets that Imprint done. This is still a good copy of it. Bridget Remagen. I've checked this one out and on this particular disc, and it looks great. World War II film, George Segal, Robert Vaughan, Ben Gazzara, Bradford Dillman, E.G. Marshall, directed by John Gilliman. Cool thing here is Kyle Sandilands recommends it. If you know, you know. Then I've got a movie that I've got an upgrade to from Imprint again. 39 Steps, the Robert Powell version of 39 Steps, which also has John Mills in it. Highly recommended. This one's region free, by the way. It isn't region locked. So you can check that one out. It's not quite up to the Hitchcock version, of course, but it is still good and still worth checking out. This one is an American region one, so it's region 1. And it's a movie you're going to want to have if you don't already have it. The Tingler with Vincent Price. We got that. Deluxe widescreen edition on DVD. Highly recommended if you haven't seen it lately. Totally, totally worth it. Who put this one out, does it say? I think Columbia Pictures put this one out back in the day. 40th anniversary edition. Then we've got a little horror movie, which is a bit like a modern giallo. And is a kind of pastiche of giallo in a sense. But I end up with 2 copies of this for some reason. It's called The Editor. And it's got a 1970s look, even though it was made in the 2000s. It's got a very 1970s look about it. Very saturated colors. It's a lovely pastiche of giallo. And you should definitely check that one out. That's the first 12. Next 12. This one I accidentally bought twice. This is why I've got it, and it's still sealed. Pulp Fiction on 4K. 4Ks are not region locked. So even if you don't have a 4K player now, you can definitely keep this one for when you inevitably upgrade. A few special features on it, but it is a very nice transfer of Pulp Fiction. I've got one identical to it, which I've kept for the collection. Not everybody's into Tarantino, but I am. I think he's done a few shitty things and said a few shitty things over the last decade, but I still like the movies. This one I haven't seen yet, but it's a Guy Ritchie movie, and I've got it on Blu-ray, but for some reason I already had it on DVD. I've really got to look at my listings better than I did. The Gentleman. Tell me if you've seen this and if it's any good, because I don't know whether it is or not. Usual kind of gangster, hang on, focus you bastard. Usual gangstery things that Guy Ritchie does. Fairly recent film. Who's in it? It's got Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Humdrum, Henry Golding, Michelle Dockery, Jeremy Strong, Eddie Marsan. Good cast. Apart from Charlie Humdrum. Strong coarse language and violence. You've got to like that. Next up, a movie that's better than Armageddon came out in the same year, same theme. Deep Impact. Mimi Letter's Deep Impact. I like this movie more than I like Armageddon. I think the characters work, the plot line works, the special effects are on point. Fantastic, something big is smashing into the earth movie. This one is, it doesn't say whether it's region locked or not. It's got a lot of special features on it there. So you can check that one out. This one just got an upgrade of 4K from Umbrella, but this is my copy of it that I've had for a long time. Cypher, an underrated science fiction cyberpunk movie starring Jeremy Northam and Lucy Liu. I really like this one. I think it's got a lot to it. Directed and written by Vincenzo Natali. Fantastic film, underrated as hell. It's got some special features, including an audio commentary and interviews with the stars. This is such an underrated little film. I really like it. It messes with reality in the best possible way. And is this one region locked? Does it say? It doesn't say. Yeah, region 4. So it is Australian region locked. But if you haven't got a copy of it, you should definitely check out Cypher. I've talked about it on the channel, and I highly, highly recommend it. Next up, I upgraded to the 4K of this because it's one of the best films ever made. If you're looking for a date movie with your date, whoever it is, whether you're married to them or not, or whether it's just a bit of a side hustle, this is the go-to movie. This is probably the best date movie in the history of cinema. Jacques Demy's The Umbrellas of Cherbourg on DVD. I love this movie unreservedly, just like I love Jacques Demy's Young Girls of Rochefort. All the dialogue is sung in French. Fantastic movie. I always cry at the end of this movie, which is why I got it on 4K. You got 2 discs, including you got extras on there, and you've got the movie itself. Music by Michel Legrand, stars Catherine Deneuve and Nino Castelnuovo. Just an incredible piece of cinema. I know there's a Criterion edition of this as well, so it's not a movie to take lightly. And perfect date film. You know, you watch this with somebody you love, and they're going to love you even more after you watch it. Guaranteed. Unless you fart a lot while you're watching it, in which case all bets are off. This one's an upgrade for me because it came out in one of the Tales of Adventure box sets that Imprint have done. But this is a Region 1 version of it, which means it's America-friendly. War Gods of the Deep and At the Earth's Core, both of which are on 2 different Tales of Adventure box sets. There's the back of it. And it's one of those old-school discs where one movie's on one side of it and the other movie's on the other side of the disc. As you can see, the disc is in very good condition. Because I got the upgrade, I didn't need this anymore, but it's still perfectly valid. Both of them are in widescreen, so they haven't cropped them at all. Yep, widescreen on both of them. But you should check those out. And those Midnight Movies MGM double feature things, they're still selling pretty well from what I could see on eBay and also on Amazon. Next up, we're starting to get the really good stuff here. This one, whether it's good or not, depends on you. Directed by, who directed this? Joe Johnston. It's a Benicio del Toro, Tony Hopkins, Emily Blunt, Hugo Weaving version of The Wolfman. I don't mind this one. I don't think it's the best I don't think it's the best werewolf movie in the world, but it's an honest little movie, and I don't mind it at all. This one is a region locked. It doesn't say. Oh, it's all region. There's the disc in it there as well. Somebody gave me the steelbook of this, so I don't need this Blu-ray edition, but it's in good nick. It's been watched once by me, and that's it. Then we get up to something that also makes me cry. I've got 2 movies in this collection that made me cry. This is the Criterion edition of, and it's region A, Criterion edition of Powell and Pressburger's The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp. I've talked about this on the channel before and how the scene at the end of the movie with Theo Kretschmar Schuldorf always makes me cry as well. Fantastic World War II movie, fantastic Powell and Pressburger movie. I've got the Powell and Pressburger box set that just came out from Imprint. So even though this is the Criterion edition, I'm willing to let this one go to say thank you to the people who support the channel. Fantastic film. Now, this one is a Eureka edition, Masters of Cinema Series 229. And again, I've got a box set which includes this, so I no longer need this one. The Thousand Eyes of Dr. Mabuse, Fritz Lang movie from the early 1960s when he rebooted his Dr. Mabuse franchise. Fantastic film. with Peter Van Eyck in it. I think Dawn Adams is in it as well. It's got a slipcase with alternative artwork in it there. Lots of extras in there. I think there's even a booklet. Let me check. Yeah, there's a booklet. But this year or last year, I got the Dr. Barbosa box set. And so I don't need this one. I've got to kind of rationalize the shelving around here. But really good 1960s reboot of a classic Fritz Lang movie, of a classic Fritz Lang IP. Just looks good. Tons and tons of extras on it. Worth having in your collection. Next one is a French remake of a Japanese film. It's a remake of One Cut of the Dead, a movie that was done by Michel Hazanavicius. Stars Romain Duris and Berenice Bejo. Final cut. It's kind of fun. I don't think it's quite as good as the Japanese version. Japanese version is just so crazily good. Lots of blood and guts, of course. But Final Cut is worth having in your collection anyway. You can have a bit of fun with it and enjoy it. Like I said, it's not as good as One Cut of the Dead, but then One Cut of the Dead was a rare bird. It came out, nobody knew about it, and it got a lot of buzz by going through the film festival circuit. But that's in there. Down to the last two. I'm going to do them in reverse order. Blu-ray edition, Region B, Black Narcissus, another Powell and Pressburger that I got in the new Powell and Pressburger box set that Imprint put out. But this one's rock solid. Has it got any extras? Doesn't really have any extras, but if you haven't got a copy of Black Narcissus, the transfer on this is good, and the movie itself is incredibly good. So we've got that. And as the second last movie, incredibly fine film, incredibly wonderful. You should have this in your collection. Last one I bought and accidentally sent me 2 copies of it. So screw corporations. 2025 movie, reboot of a franchise. This is a 4K and Blu-ray Steelbook edition of James Gunn's Superman in the plastic. Has not been unsealed yet. I watched this movie twice this year and I enjoyed it both times. David Corenswit's a good Superman Kal-El. Nicholas Hoult is fantastic as Lex Luthor. It's got over 90 minutes of bonus features in there as well, which is really great. A lot of people didn't like this film, but I really liked it. I liked the direction James Gunn is taking the DCU. And that one's about $40 in the stores here in Australia. So well worth having in your collection. So as I said, you can still become a patron and be eligible for the raffle, which I'm going to be drawing out on the 24th. You can also become a channel member if you like. One way or the other, in a couple of days, I'm going to put out a notice to channel members and to patrons, just saying, do you want to be included in the raffle? And then on the 24th, I'll draw it out. I might even do a live stream. I'll draw it out, and whoever wins it, I will mail it to them anywhere on this clay and granite planet. So there's that. So I just thought I'd do a video recommending these movies and also saying thank you to the people who have financially supported this channel. And to anybody else who's left a comment or liked or even just subscribed, I definitely appreciate that. But I wanted to give something extra to the people who dip into their pockets and pull out some money and help the channel keep going, because cameras aren't cheap. Editing software costs money. One way or the other, thank you very, very much to everybody who's had a bit of faith in me as a creator and the channel and this kind of stuff I do. So that's it for this time around. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great holiday season. However you celebrate it, whether you're secular or religious, or your religion doesn't celebrate this time of year particularly, just be with the people you love. Have a great time. I hope it goes incredibly well for you. I hope you eat not too much food, but just enough. I hope you hang out with the people who make you feel good about your life and yourself, and you make them feel good about their lives, all that stuff. Next up, I got the live stream on Monday morning. I'm going to have a good time with that. So until then, watch some good movies, watch some bad movies. Check out some of the films I've already mentioned in this video, and I'll catch you next time.